To add a single new contact, click on this plus icon in the top left. Then, fill in your fields for your contact's information. If we scroll down, for the contact type, you can choose lead or customer. Choose a time zone. And then at the bottom, you have settings to mark the communication channels Do Not Disturb if you'd like. Then I'll click Save. That will open this contact view. On the left, we have our fields for our contact. We can toggle the empty ones like this. We also have company details in this tab here. We don't have any companies yet, so I can click here and add. And we can call this Dan's Podcast Agency, just as a test company. In the center of our contact form, you can see that we can send an SMS, WhatsApp, or email directly to our customer. So whenever you're viewing a specific contact, you can always reach out directly from the contact record. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to see most of the functionality that you would typically see with the CRM. So here we have an activity feed. We can add tasks for this contact, notes. We can see if they have any appointments here. We have documents, payments, and associations. All pretty empty for the moment, obviously, but you can see how having all of these together associated in one place will be helpful when dealing with customers and leads. Instead of importing all of our contacts one by one, you'll likely need to import a list from time to time. That's helpful if you're coming from another system, or if you want to add a new list of leads. To import a list of contacts, let's come to Smart Lists at the top. Here is our test user that we just added manually. To import, come over here and find this button, Import Contacts. You can import opportunities as well, but let's start with contacts. And come down here and click Next. GoHighLevel provides a sample file to download, which is super helpful to organizing your information. Let's take a look at that and put it in our Downloads folder. Let's open up that CSV to see how it's structured. On the far left, we have phone number, email, first and last name, business name, a source, and then columns for additional emails, phone numbers, notes, and tags. And you'll notice in any field where we have multiple values, those values are separated by a comma. You can see that here in tags, phone numbers, and additional emails. Let's close this. Click here to upload your file. And I'm going to select one that I prepared earlier. It's a file with some additional data that I added to the sample file we just took a look at. Click Open. And in this dropdown, you can choose between whether you want to create contacts, whether you want to create and update, or if you just want to update existing contacts. I'll keep Create and Update and click Next. After we upload, then you'll need to map columns to fields. GoHighLevel will give you a little mapping guide here that shows you what fields are required. And at the bottom, we have our mapping, but if you used the sample file, everything should line up really nicely here. You'll have the preview information, and if you need to change a field, you can do so here. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And then before we can start the bulk import, you just need to check this box to confirm that you've sourced these contacts correctly. Then I'll start the import. And this is a pretty short list, so I'm just going to hit refresh. And this import is taking a little longer than normal. If you want to check on the import, you can come to Bulk Actions, and we can see that this hasn't started processing yet. I'll give it another minute or two and give this a refresh. Great. After a few minutes, our queued import has finished.